Okay, I'm back on working on the vault, and this current build, it's the Alpha 0.1.5, and it's a 6 build overall. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how much has changed. If I'm scrolling the mouse wheel, and yes, you can see that I can zoom in, zoom out, or zoom in. And yes, Kaitlyn's hat. I've got her movement working, which is good and well. Kaitlyn's hands. Yes, it's an early model explaining why the normals are inverted. Also, I'm moving with WASD, and also if we click up or down, I can change the camera angle, which is pretty handy, but it is a bit slow at times. And yes, I've made this little test scene to test out her capacities. Up here you can see her health even though it hasn't been coded. A little icon represent her. The link to the icon's creators and longtime friend of mine. Well, I'll send you the link to where the icon is from in the description of this video below. But yes, the arrow keys are to change the camera angle, and the WASD to move Kaitlyn, even though it might have a right hand mode if you prefer moved with your right hand. And if I press space, she jumps. And yeah, it took a bit to figure out how high I want her to jump so she could jump on that rock. And that also I place this rock to test her horizontal jumping capacities. And a little parkour course to prove that she could jump up on here. And if I press shift, she crouches. As I have it animated, it looks like she's sinking into the earth into solid rock up to her knees. Okay. But yeah, if I were to press Z, she moves fast and stuff. And if I press X, she can break this rock into hits. Bye bye! Okay, yes, I do admit it. Okay, now you're wondering how I got all the stuff to work. Okay. As you can see, the canvas for the HUD, it's a screen space overlay, so it shows on every screen. As for the player herself, I'm using rigidbody for movement. And okay, the real magic is in the scripts. Here's a script for the camera. I will have to admit, I might have pulled a few hairs because of it. But you could see I've commented so that you know what each one does. Each thing does. Oh, you're looking for the input? Okay. Here's the input map. I'm yet to animate her, I confess. But yes, you can see that I get the player controls and with the same control map that lets you control Kaitlyn. You could rotate the camera around her and zoom her in and zoom her out. And yes, I've used astronomical terms. Now for the player itself, you can see stuff like RB to hold the rigid body, walk speed to hold her max speed, as well as hold her input action to move, her acceleration, how her up vertical acceleration when she jumps, and her attack power. And yes, it does look like a lot, but you could tell that I put all this effort into it in order to not only allow her to do multiple different operations, but also have some realistic physics. Like if when she runs, it takes a bit of time for her to accelerate, and then she stops, slides to a stop. But yes, you could see that I've basically set some hard code some values here, even though I'm normally against hard coding, but what works, works. And then you're wondering what this do attack scripts communicate with? Well, this script that I put on the breakable boulders, which sets health to max health when they spawn in, and will be let them be destroyed once health hits 0. And anyways, that's all I have. See ya around.